Oh my God. What a episode. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lawrence Report. On tonight's broadcast, we're discussing episode 9 of X-Men 97. And like I said, oh my God.
No! Magnus! For the love of God, don't do this!
Did they really just do that, y'all? Magneto pulled out Wolverine's adamantium out of the body. Just out. The musical, not to mention, even with Wolverine, the musical score in this episode, when Magneto came, when Storm came, the score was crazy. But getting back to, the score is randomly popped in my head, my bad, y'all. But getting back to Wolverine, oh my God. If you read the comics, we know what's about to happen next. Yes, it is on its way. It is on its way, y'all. This series right here is absolutely the truth. Like, it's that good. It is that good. I was just left speechless with this episode. I know we only got one more to go. And also, I know that I did not record a video for last week. It's because I was so busy with my work schedule, but I had to get this one out immediately. This episode, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. The only thing I can say is this right here. When we get these X-Men movies coming out in the future, down the road, because they are in the pipeline, I need whoever wrote, edited, shot, whoever created this series. We knew it was Bo DeMayo, but I'm saying his whole team, they have to come back and help create these X-Men movies. Straight like that. I'm sorry if this man got fired. I'm talking about Bo DeMayo. If he got fired for creating an OnlyFans account, whatever the case may have been, Kevin Feige has got to hire this man back. Every single episode of X-Men 97, the bar just gets higher and higher. The stakes are just so much. And if the movies don't reflect what this cartoon done, I don't know what to say then. I don't know what to say. This episode, I still can't believe it, really. I still can't believe it. I'm going to just share some of the highlights of this episode. Now, we know that, Magneto has this magnetic pulse that's basically set across the world, right? He's out for revenge, and it's not looking pretty. He is tired of this MLK, I have a dream type speech from Charles Xavier. He ain't trying to hear that. But we also know that Charles, he makes his return back to the X-Men. Also, we see Storm. Storm is back. She's in a new costume. Happy to see Storm back. She's there with Forge. All the mutants are also happy to see her back on her return. Now, we know Professor X has to repair a lot of relationships, right? Because he was up there with the Shi'ar for a long time, and some people are feeling some type of way, including some of the OG members of his school. I'm talking about Scott Summers and Jean Grey. They are wondering, why on earth would you even leave us to Magneto, right? Because we know Magneto's all about fire and brim, if I could put it like that in a nice way, right? But man, oh man, we know that the team is about to break off in groups of two. We're talking about to stop Bastion and Magneto, right? But, this scene right here kind of touched me. When we see Professor X and Rogue, they're together, it kind of touched me, because she's saying that, I think she kind of felt that it was his fault that Gambit passed away. And then we see the one and only Magneto with Asteroid M telling the mutants that I'm promising a new Genosha, that the way that Charles Xavier's dream has been, it is not working. He talks about how he promised a boy. We're talking about Leech, right? He promised a boy to protect him. Without a doubt, Magneto tells the other mutants, we have ultimatum. We tried to do it the Professor X way. We tried to do it with his dream. It's not working. Join me. Join my cause. Join me as I rebuild a new Genosha. And we do end up seeing some of the people who decides to go with him. We're talking about Rogue and Sunspot, because they both have been basically hurt by people that have been close to them. I think Rogue felt some type of way when it came to Professor X, and Sunspot feels some type of way whenever humans look at him knowing that he's a mutant, but some humans may judge him as a freak of nature. So now it is a civil war that's building with inside of the X-Men family, thanks to Magneto, not to mention you got Bastion and the Prime Sentinels. How on earth are they ever going to take all of these guys down? And we still have one episode left, episode 10. I mean, these episodes are only 30 minutes. So I don't know how they're going to cram all that in, but I will be seated. I love how Professor Charles Xavier was still trying to, resonate with President Kelly, trying to get him on his side, letting him know that, listen, the world is about to shut down. I'm your best hope, right? And Professor X tells him, listen, we've been down this road before. This ain't nothing new of me and you trying to come together to find some type of common bond. But President Kelly was like, yo, if this fails, Charles, there's going to be a lot of repercussions. And, Professor X tells him, if you don't trust me, at least trust my X-Men. And also we got a shot at the classic X-Men costumes. Dope. A lot of nostalgia right there, seeing that. This scene right here absolutely melted my heart. I'm talking about the scene between Jean Grey and Storm. They are basically like sisters, right? They always lean on each other in times of need. We saw that back in, I believe it was episode 1 or 2, when they had a very, very tight bond. And they both are basically encouraging each other. And that in itself was absolutely amazing to see. When the team finally arrives to Magneto's location, right? This scene right here absolutely had me dying. Whenever Magneto tells Professor X these words right here.
How I've waited to say these 2 words to you, old friend. Shut up.
Xavier talks so much. Like, he does talk a lot. I cannot lie. I am with Magneto on that part right there. But man, oh my God, we got Mr. Sinister. He's playing these mind tricks, and he's going to battle with Jean Grey. In fact, he ends up, using Cable as a decoy to kill Jean Grey. And Jean Grey calls out Scott. She says, I love you. And that may have been the last time we've seen Jean Grey, but this is nothing new. We know that she may be reborn again. We just have to wait and see. That's when, the team is finally able to stop Magneto, or try to slow him down, right? His helmet comes off, right? And the helmet ends up going on to Professor X. And at the same time, Professor X is about to penetrate his mind, right? But then we see, there's only one man, it seems like, who could lay that metal to Magneto, and it's Wolverine. Wolverine goes in to stab him, but Magneto gives him a great speech, and he turns around, and he pulls out his adamantium. That was crazy. That was crazy. He pulled that, just hearing that, crazy in itself. And that is how the episode ends. The metal, the adamantium that was inside of Wolverine's body was pulled out. Yeah. Bastion, Prime Sentinels, Mr. Sinister, Cable, Magneto. The X-Men have their hands full. And I don't know how they're going to wrap it up in one episode, in the final episode. But my God, I'm at a loss for words. It's just that good. Y'all ain't watching this, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Get on X-Men 97 as quick as you can. As quick as you can. And as always, thank you for tuning in to the Lawrence Report.